Hello and welcome to our addition and subtraction flipped video. So what I need you to do is have your recording sheet in front of you and be prepared to fill in the necessary information from our video. Let's get started. Let's start with vocabulary. First we have addition. Addition is the process of uniting two or more numbers into a sum. So if I had 6 plus 4, that would equal 10. So the sum is 10. Now, for your example and non-example, for your example, you can do 6 plus 4 equals 10, or your own addition problem. And for a non-example, you could do 4 minus 2 equals 2. That could be your non-example, but I want you to create your own example and non-example and make sure to fill that in on your recording sheet. Add-ins, the number and addition problem that are added together to form a sum. So this is an add-in, 6 and 4 are add-ins. 10 is the sum. The sum is the answer to an addition problem. So for your example, you could do 5 plus 5 equals 10 for add-ins. You can circle the two add-ins. For your non-example, you can circle the sum. The same thing goes for sum. You can do 6 plus 1 equals 7. And you can circle, for your example, sum. For your non-example, you can circle the two add-ins. Okay, but I need you to have that on your recording sheet. Let's go on to subtraction. Subtraction is the process of finding the difference between two numbers. So, for your example, you can do 6 minus 3 equals 3. For your non-example, you could do addition. 1 plus 1 equals 2. But I want you thinking of your own examples and non-examples, but these are some ideas. Difference, that's the answer to a subtraction problem. 5 minus 2 equals 3. So the difference would be this. For your non-example, you could circle the two numbers that you subtracted. So make sure to do your examples, your non-examples, and write down all of these definitions and pause right here so that you can fill in this part of your recording sheet. When you're ready to go on, press play, and I'm going to move on to the next part. Let's do some examples of addition and subtraction. So you always start with the ones place when you're adding and subtracting. So 7 plus 8 is going to equal 15. So I'm going to write down the 5 and I'm going to carry the 1. 9 plus 1 is 10, plus 2 is 12. I'm going to write down the 2 and carry the 1. 4 plus 8 is 12, plus 1 is 13. So my answer to this problem is 1,325. Let's move on to this one. 7 plus 6 is 13. Carry the 1. 1 plus 1 is 2. Then 2 plus 5. I don't have anything up here that I carried, so 2 plus 5 is going to be 7. And then 8. So my answer is 8,723. Subtracting. I'm going to start in the ones place. But if I have $0, I cannot buy something for $3. So I would normally borrow from my neighbor. But my neighbor also doesn't have any money. So I'm going to borrow from their neighbor. This is going to become a 3. This is going to become a 10. Then, now I can borrow from here. And this is going to become a 9. And this is going to become a 10. Now I can do 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. And 3 minus 1 is 2. So my answer is 227. Let's go ahead and move over here. I cannot, if I only have $2, I cannot buy something for $6. So I have to borrow from here, and I have to make this 2. It now becomes a 12 because I moved 10 over. 12 minus 6 is 6. 8 minus 7, well, that's going to be 1. Now I come on a problem again. I cannot buy, if I have 1, I cannot take away 8. If I have $1, I cannot buy something for $8. So I have to borrow. This becomes an 11. So then I'm going to do 11 minus 8. That's going to be 3. And then 5. So my answer is 5,316. Now I'm going to move over here to some larger numbers to subtract. 1 minus, oh, sorry. I'm adding first. I got to pay attention to that symbol. I was just in the groove of subtracting. I can add this. 1 plus 9 is 10. Carry my 1. 1 plus 6 is 7. 2 plus 5 is 7. 8 plus 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. and 2. So my answer is 242,770. Now I'm going to subtract. I can't do 0 minus 3. I can't borrow from the tens place. I can't borrow from the hundreds place. I have to jump all the way to the thousands place. This is going to become a 6. Then I'm going to deposit 10 here. But then I have to borrow from here, make this a 9, and make this a 10. But my friend over here in the ones place still needs something, so I have to borrow and make this a 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 9 minus 7 is 2. 9 minus 6 is 3. 6 minus 4 is 2, and then 6. So my answer is 62,327. Let's move on to these two word problems. With these word problems, you're going to do a thinking box over here. Before we even read it, we're always going to rewrite our question as a statement, and then we're going to use a strip diagram. So let's go through how to do this, and you can rewatch this part as many times as you need to. Okay? There were 124 dogwood trees and 107 maple trees currently in the park. Park workers will plant 136 more dogwood trees today. How many dogwood trees will the park have when the workers are finished? So I'm going to rewrite this question as a statement with a blank in it. So the park will have blank dogwood trees. Period. I have to fill in the blank. So looking at this problem, there are 124 dogwood trees and 107 maple trees currently in the city park. Parkers will plant 136 more dogwood trees today. How many dogwood trees will the park have when the workers are finished? I'm going to say this might be a two-step problem. Now, how many dogwood trees? Oh, this problem tricked me because they put maple trees, and I don't need maple trees. All I care about is dogwood trees. So I'm going to do this strip diagram right here because I'm going to do some and some more for my first step. So some and some more means I'm going to add 124 dogwood trees and 136 more dogwood trees. Well, 124 is smaller than 136. So I'm going to put 124 on this side. I'm going to add it to 136, and I want to know what does that equal. I have some dogwood trees and some more dogwood trees. So 124 plus 136, 4 plus 6 is 10, then 2 plus 1 is 3, plus 3 is 6. So my answer is going to be 260. So the park will have 260 dogwood trees. I was wrong. It's a one-step problem, not a two-step problem. Let's do the same thing over here. I'm going to do my thinking blocks. There were 106 crayons and 120 pencils in the drawer. Mike placed 114 more crayons in the drawer. How many total crayons are there in the drawer? Well, I have to go ahead and do a sentence for my question. Here's my question. How many total crayons are there in the drawer? There are blank total crayons in the drawer. My D was a little messed up, but that's okay. So I think this is going to be a one-step problem because I see pencils here didn't trick me this time, and that's extra information. I'm going to draw my strip diagram. I know I am adding, so that is some and some more. So 106 is smaller than 114, so I'm going to put 106 over here. 114 here, and I know that I need to find out what is the total. So I'm going to say 114 plus 106 equals 220. So there are 220 total crayons. So please watch this part as many times as you need to learn how to do strip diagrams and a thinking box, and then you need to include that on your homework. Remember, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.